Top of it, top of it, top of it. And top of it, y'all, it's your boy Coach One Stack, man. We are tapped in, man. And this download thing, hey, man, it's just a way of life now with some of these people. Because, hey, before I drop this video about how Ja Rule's wife, oh yeah, Ja Rule, Mr. Holla, Holla, Ja Rule's wife is filing for a divorce after she done caught Ja Rule in the bed with his bodyguard and Ja Rule's wife. His wife, this ain't no alleged stuff, has leaked his freak off tape. And they're going to show part of it, man, in this video. So y'all make sure y'all stay to the end to check this out, man. It's some good content, y'all. Hey, man. But before we get into that, man, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell for the channel. Let's make this channel grow, y'all. I'm the only one bringing y'all raw content, man. We ain't doing no intro, no outro. We ain't doing no editing. We getting right to the point, and we getting right to it. I ain't trying to stall y'all out for 20 minutes, man, without showing y'all some good content and getting in the video. But man, let's get it. See, now it's bad when other people, accuse you of things. That's bad. That's a bad thing. And, when people accuse you of things, other men, they could be jealous. They could be, a little bit, envious of you. They could be hating on you. But when your wife drops a freak off tape of you, hey, man, that's bad news, Ja Rule. When your wife comes out and tells all of your secrets, how she caught you in the bed with your bodyguard, guys, that information stands up in court. Because here's the thing, man. A husband and a wife's bond is so tight to the point. This is why a lot of people get married, believe it or not, especially if they in the streets or in the industry, because you cannot be compelled to testify against your spouse. See, a lot of y'all married to somebody right now, it ain't because he necessarily want to marry you, but y'all, a lot of you women are married to a man that's doing some dirt and got some shady stuff going on, because they know if they was ever to get caught, they could not compel you to testify in a court of law. But Ja Rule's wife, man, she got the receipts, y'all. She dropped part of the tape, man. I'm gonna show y'all that today. You dig? But let's get a little deeper, man, because I gotta tell y'all, Ja Rule's wife also found out that this man was sleeping with his personal trainer. Now, see, Ja Rule's wife thought that his personal trainer was a woman, but oh no, it was a man. And guess which man it was, y'all? It was somebody. It was it was Ja Rule's, one of his cellmates when he was in prison. See, Ja Rule's wife, man's complaining like, man, it took us, they've been married for a while, but she said, man, it took us 10 years to get to this point before Ja Rule went to prison, but only 2 years to get to the point to where Ja Rule was wanting to put his mouth on other men's eggplant in the penitentiary. And she got the proof. She got the proof. That's why a lot of people are selling out of court with these divorces. Like Tyrese giving their ex-wife exactly what they want because she had the goods on him, sleeping with Will Smith and other men. And now Ja Rule's wife got the goods. But let me remind y'all of something before I get into this video, man. Because y'all know I like to keep it short and right to the point. Gene Deal made a video a while ago, and I'm going to refresh y'all memory. He said that him and Diddy was out one night. They was at the adult bookstore shopping for some toys. They said they knew Diddy so well at that place, they gave him a brown paper bag to shop with for discretion. And they said, and Gene Deal says as Diddy was going down the aisle, he reached up high. He reached up high and grabbed some things and put it in that bag. And Gene Deal said that when Diddy walked away, he said he looked to see what was up there, and it was plugs. And you can put the word in front of it. It was plugs that he was shopping for. He put about 3 or 4 of them. And Gene Deal said, man, he told Diddy, he started laughing, man, what you shopping for, plugs? And Diddy told him, man, why don't you get up off me, man, and let me do my shopping in private. So Gene Deal backed off. But see, here's what happened later on that night at the hotel suite. Ja Rule comes through with Diddy, and Diddy and Ja Rule goes into the room at the suite. See, and they tell Gene Deal, we do not want to be bothered. So let's get this straight. This night, they all shopping for B plugs, right? And then this is the rapper that you got in the room with the B plugs. So I'm just trying to understand who was getting these B plugs used on them in that room. Because here's what happened. Ja Rule's cousin came into that room looking for Ja Rule. And Gene Deal told him, hey man, nah, man, he's in there with Puff. They busy. They don't want to be bothered. And it got to the point to where it was an altercation and Gene Deal had to pin him up against the piano. It made so much noise that Diddy and Ja Rule came out the room with no clothes on, trying to grab their towel and cover up. And Ja Rule asked his cousin, what's up? Like, hey, what's up? And Ja Rule told him, I quote, and this is not allegedly, hey, man, you don't want to go up in there. Some freaky stuff going on up in there. But see, man, Ja Rule been getting passed around the industry for quite some time. And he might have that bug, y'all, because that was one of Diddy's play toys that he was getting ready to pass on to Jay-Z. But without further ado, man, let me show y'all a little video. Hold up. Stay with me, y'all, to the end of this video.
It's been so long and I'm tired. The lies, the cheating with men, with his bodyguard at some point. I'm done.
So it looks like Ja Rule just filed for divorce.
That's Ja Rule's wife.
Money or irreconcilable differences. It's because his wife Aisha just dropped a freak-off tape with his bodyguard that humiliates him all the way. And all of a sudden, all that weird energy makes sense. Remember how Ja had been going off on 50 Cent for producing the Diddy documentary and trying to frame it as him standing up for the culture? Well, Aisha says that was never the truth. According to her, Ja has been spiraling because 50 allegedly has footage exposing Ja in a freak-off with Diddy and his own bodyguard. Let her tell us she's been covering for him for years, but now she's done covering, and Ja feels betrayed, and now he's leaving after almost 25 years of marriage. So how bad is this footage of Ja Rule? And if he's willing to walk away like this, does this mean that 50 Cent is going to produce a Ja Rule documentary? Wouldn't put it past him. Y'all, this is a mess, and it's only going to get even messier. So let's get into the chaos. I know Ja Rule is crying right about now because everybody knows that he was allegedly getting down and dirty with his bodyguard. But what makes it even wilder is that his wife is the one who dropped the footage. So y'all know that she was just waiting for the perfect moment to expose him. But y'all, she must have humiliated him something serious. And this alleged footage that she dropped, we see Ja Rule with the man who Aisha claims to be his bodyguard. And well, let's just say that things look quite steamy between them, if you know what I mean. But if you thought that this was bad, well, apparently the full footage is even worse, because it showed Ja Rule and the bodyguard in a very nasty freak-off like three-way action. And y'all wanna guess who the third person in the three-way was? Y'all, they saying it was Diddy. Y'all, too many freak-offs. The twists and turns in this story are just insane. And when I tell you that this is insane, I'm not even kidding, because friends are freak. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, God. Diddy was in a freak-off tape. Diddy was in a freak-off tape with him.
And it looks like we have finally figured out why Ja Rule has been crashing out on 50 Cent all week. But Aisha tell us the reason that Ja Rule has been going off is that he's been trying to invalidate 50. But why would he try to play messy like that? Well, according to Aisha, it's because 50 has receipts to expose Ja Rule's affair with Diddy. And you know Ja Rule couldn't let that slide. He had to clap back. Let's take it to war! See, the play here is that if Ja Rule manages to convince people that 50 Cent is a liar and unreliable, then when 50 comes out to try to expose him, nobody's gonna believe him. And from the looks of things, 50 still has a lot of footage that just didn't make the documentary.
Well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so it could.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it. But I guess that kind of makes sense that Ja Rule will be terrified. And y'all, looks like he's been crashing out heavy. But to be fair, he has been doing a pretty good job of painting 50 out to be a hypocrite and unreliable. In one Instagram post, Ja Rule posted throwback pictures of Diddy and 50. He wrote, "Let me be clear. This ain't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time as he should be. This is about the sucker Curtis acting like he's hip-hop moral savior when you are no different." He then went on to post articles about how 50 Cent allegedly
and what do you mean no different? 50 ain't been accused of messing with no boys.
For all these women. Let's not be selective about our outrage when it comes to bad men. People are scared to speak out on Curtis, so I will. Well, he also took to X to talk about how 50 Cent kicked his baby mama Daphne Joy in the stomach when she was pregnant with their son. And 50 ended up taking a plea deal for the case and was sentenced to probation. Now, while all this was going on and before Aisha came out to expose him, everybody just assumed that Ja Rule was just crashing out because of his old beef with 50. Y'all remember when 50 Cent bought 200 tickets from the entire front row of Ja Rule's concert so it would be empty?
You had a beef with, or have a beef with Ja Rule?
Hey, it's an old school. That's an old.
But I understand in October you did something to get back at Ja Rule.
Yeah.
And please tell the people what you did.
I bought like the first 4 rows in this concert.
Bought the first 4 rows in his concert?
Yeah, they was like on Groupon for $15. It wasn't like they was showing me the stuff on that and my sister and stuff, and I said, yo, they put concert tickets in. And I looked at his tickets and I was like, how much are the tickets? $15. Give me the first 4 rows.
Yes, petty 50 Cent. But y'all, we all thought this was Ja Rule's way of trying to get back at 50 for that humiliation and the trolling over the years. But now, with Aisha allegedly coming out to expose him, well, the math is suddenly starting to math. But why on earth would Aisha expose her own husband for supposedly being on the DL? Well, from what sources are saying, their marriage has been strained for a minute, and there's been more hate than love between them. Plus, this isn't even the first time that Aisha has exposed Ja Rule for being on the DL. Y'all remember when Ja Rule went to prison in 2011? Well, as it turns out, he just got a little too cozy with one of his inmates in prison. When he was released, that understandably put a strain on their marriage. Aisha was so mad that she aired him out saying, "We spent 10 plus years building our marriage, but it only took him 2 to decide he'd rather suck a D than be with his wife." He returned home all right to get his ish and leave. Looks like Ja Rule was like, holla, holla, when she wasn't this down that chick. She claims that Ja Rule simply told her that he was sleeping with his own personal trainer, and not until later did she find out that not only was he a man, but his personal cellmate. Aisha admits that she hopes that it was just a phase, but is now convinced that this whole 50 thing was not just a silly rap feud, but more like a likely crush. Looks like Ja Rule wasn't playing when he said, "I know you're getting bored, Diddy."
See, and that's the thing, man. Ja Rule is just like that. You know, once you cross that line, man, it's some lines that you can't cross in this sexual world and just in life. Ain't no coming back. We call it the point of no return. So Ja Rule has been getting passed around. And as you see, his own wife, this ain't Coach One Stack saying it, this is his own wife. Now remember, when you get married, in the eyes of God, it's God, you and your wife, because you're one and everybody else. Your wife is your life partner. That's who you give your deepest, darkest secrets. And your wife is the best source of information. Now, why would somebody's wife even come out and say something like that about a man if it wasn't true? And drop the footage. Y'all seen part of the footage, y'all. But hey, you know, I don't want to keep y'all too long on these videos, man, but I got so much more to come, man. It's just getting better each day. It's getting juicy. I love leaving this content. I love breaking it down. I love getting it to y'all raw and uncut like Diddy was giving it to everybody raw. But the difference is I'm not going to pass out no STDs, man, for my raw and uncut like Diddy was passing out them STDs. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I won't tell. You know the rest. Be blessed. Don't ever get stressed. Make sure you never get finessed. And get plenty of rest. And stay out of trouble, man, like Ja Rule should have.